What is up, everybody? My name is Louie, and this is Royal Productions. Welcome back to the Daily Article. Yes, the Daily Article, where we cover news, politics, crypto, stocks, anything that might seem, interesting, especially in this time. Information is changing. Remember, information is key, especially to knowledge. So just be aware of that. I'm not an expert, and make sure you guys do read the articles on your own. They will be linked down below, or you can head over to my actual Twitter/X account at the King Louie, and I have most of the articles down in there. I also post other stuff that I don't cover in this channel, so make sure you guys go and check it out, and leave a comment, leave a follow. I'll follow you back. Let's start off with the market really quick, check things out. Bitcoin sitting at 64, broke that threshold of 65,000. ETH sitting at 35. We got BNB at 586, close to 589. If you know, you know. Solana at 132, XRP at 48 cents, still 50 cents. That's a deal, not financial advice. Dogecoin at 12 cents, Cardano at 39 cents. And what else do we got down here? We got AVAX, Shiba Inu, down about 1% on the day. But yeah, let's get right into this news. We're going to start off with a little something light for those who are interested in this type of thing. Tomorrow is going to be the strawberry moon. Now, again, these articles are down below or on my Twitter page. Now, if you guys are into this stuff, remember, energy affects everybody, okay? The moon affects the ocean just like other stars and planets, if you believe those type of things. But this article basically explains to you how it'll affect you and your sun sign. You can go into it deeper if you like, or if you have any questions, just drop a comment down below or get at me on Twitter/X. But basically, depending on your zodiac, this is how this moon would affect you. Again, it's called the strawberry moon. What are you manifesting? All right, now let's get into this news. S&P 500 closes briefly below 5,500, and there's a lot to do with that. Like, Nvidia was one of the biggest contributors to this pump and this rally, because we already know Nvidia is big right now. And as for Nvidia, it actually took over or passed up Microsoft in market cap volume and things like that. I believe this happened on Tuesday, so just be aware of that. We'll look at it right now. But yeah, like, everything is crazy, especially in our economy when inflation in America. I'm speaking from American perspective, so those in other countries, I don't know how it's really going there, but for us, the stock market is taking off, crypto's been taking off, and it's kind of iffy in my opinion. Do your own diligence, make sure you do your risk analysis and understand this market before you just jump into it. But basically, let's look at this really quick. So Nvidia, like I said, overtook Microsoft for the #1 spot, largest companies by market cap. And this is just crazy to me. Like, they're worth $3.3 trillion. That's amazing. But the thing about Nvidia is they're making a lot of stuff that is incorporated into AI. So is Microsoft, so is Apple, so is Google. But Nvidia is like the underlayer behind all these AI. So like the GPU, the CPU, and different things like that. So the better chip you can make, the better the AI will be able to operate. All right, moving on. Okay, so like, this is something that like I'm aware of, and like everyone should be aware of. Basically, there was a hospital that fell under a cyber attack, and basically it's called Ascension Hospitals, and they're kind of nationwide, but 142 of their hospitals nationwide, like I said, were affected by this cyber attack. And basically a lot of these systems and operations wouldn't work, but luckily, like, these hospitals and places like Social Security office and different places like that have not went fully digital yet. So it's a good thing that they still had paperwork. But there was something in this article that I found pretty crazy. Just by that one little cyber attack, it states right here, emergency room doctor at a Ascension Hospital in Michigan, who remained anonymous for the fear of retaliation, told Michigan Public and Kaiser Health News a patient was given a dangerous narcotic intended for someone else because of confusing paperwork. So even though, like I said, they still keep the paper trail, they still fucked up. But it's one, excuse my language, they still messed up. So it's one of those things where we have to be aware of what's happening in the world. And like, I get the health institution, but like, be your own doctors, take care of your health. You know what I mean? If you're into the stars and moon and stuff like that, just be aware. Be your own doctor, eat healthy, work out. Remember, your mind is your crown. The way you operate mentally is how your life is going to be physically. All right. So moving on, we're going to stay on the subject of cyber attacks, but basically a car dealership also went through a cyber attack. And it's one of those things for me where it's like, what's really going on? You get me? So the new movie, if you guys haven't seen it, I would suggest checking it out. Leave the World Behind. It's by Barack Obama and I believe his wife or husband. His wife. Sorry. Excuse me. But basically, like in that movie, it talks about cyber attacks and different things that are going to happen in our economy. Not going to, but it gives you an idea. The Teslas were going crazy. I don't want to destroy the movie for you guys or spoil it, but just check that movie out. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like planned predictive programming. So just be aware of what's happening. And that's why I like bringing these articles and news, you know what I mean? Because it helps others who don't have the time to go into this stuff in depth and understand what's truly happening in our world. All right, let's move on to something else. So scammers are using AI and they're phishing, juice jacking to target travelers. So we already know with these holidays coming up, a lot of people are going to be traveling. But basically, as you can see in the picture here, like there's certain chargers that these people set up or tamper with, that if you connect them to your phone, they will be able to steal your data. And that's very dangerous. So basically what they do is they take your data. All they need is your email and different things like that. And then they'll send you something to where you guys can go and read the article, but basically these AI systems are able to write. So basically based off your data, they know what language you speak. And then the AI system is able to create an email, send it to you and make you think that you're getting a deal on something like it says here. For example, an offering of $200 a night in Swiss Alps, when this other sites say $1,000 for a night. So basically they're targeting people who are traveling, and it's very dangerous. Know what's happening. Don't just plug your charger into anything. Try to keep a portable charger if you can. Again, because a lot of this stuff is happening. We have hospitals being attacked. We got car dealerships being attacked. And now we got these scammers out here. Remember, like we just talked about with Nvidia, like AI is literally the future. And a lot of times the hacking becomes easier because you don't have to do as much. The AI, you put them into a program and the AI does it for you. So just be aware of that. Read this article. It's kind of interesting. All right, moving on to the next thing. Here we go. So Swiss National Bank and XDX delve deeper into CBDC's tokenized securities. So basically this has been this is the next phase of a 2-year plan. Well, it's actually longer than that, but this is the next phase of it. So basically what they're going to do is start working on CBDCs and set tokenized securities for settlements and stuff like that. So like this is the world we're moving into. And if you guys aren't aware of crypto, I would suggest getting into it. Not financial advice, but understand that the pipe work is being laid down in front of us, and this is a major transformation of wealth. So just understand, like, you don't want to get left behind. We have Neuralink coming out. We have these global IDs and digital IDs. Like, understand that you want to be your own bank. You don't want to have to continue to work. You get me? Just understand, AI is not coming to save us from working and things like that. I believe that they're just coming to enslave us all over again. But that's neither here nor there. The next phase of this development, following the completion this month of Project Helvetia, I think that's what it is, 3, which involved the issuance of 7 digital bonds totaling more than 750 million francs, basically in American dollars 843, as you see here, and was a resounding success according to David Nguyen's. He is the head of the 6th digital exchange. So basically, like, this is the reason why it's been so long in the making, is because, like I said earlier, they have to get the pipe work done. You know what I mean? Before they start pushing the water and liquidity through these markets. So they had to get the exchange. They had to work on other projects. Go through this article, read it. It's very interesting. But yeah, the world is turning to tokenized securities, CBDCs, and stablecoins. Okay, which leads us into our next article here. So stablecoin issuers now are the 18th largest holder of U.S. debt. Let me say that again. Stablecoins issuers now 18th largest holder of U.S. debt. Okay, there's a reason why they continue to build debt, not just in America, but all over the country. Okay, like I said, it's a transferring of wealth. If you're still stuck on the old system and that debt gets transferred to the new system, and you're invested in some of these tokens that are going to inherit that debt as a token or as a security, well, guess what's going to happen to that coin? Not financial advice, but it's one of those things where you can see the writing on the wall. Like if you just step back and understand, like they're giving millions of dollars away to other countries. They're giving millions of dollars away to people who come into our country while we don't take care of our veterans, or we don't take care of those in need here. You get me? So just be aware of what's happening. Again, read these articles and see what's going on. So basically, as you can see, this is our debt calculator. Japan holds most of it. Then you got China, mainland, United Kingdom, Luxembourg, Canada. Basically goes all the way down to stable coins, as you can see right here, which is crazy, because if you look at this, all these are countries, all right, but then you have stable coins right there. So it paints a picture of its own. Like, why are stable coins a major holder of US debt? It makes you start thinking, right? Like, for me, it does personally, being part of this for as long as I have. It's like, hold on, wait, that's kind of out the way. Basically, Tether issuer USDT is the world's leading dollar pegged to cryptocurrency by market value. I don't know about all that. There's a lot BS with Tether, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Alone holds 91 billion in treasuries, and Circle, which is the second leading, I like Circle a little bit more, we'll cover them in a minute. Issuer of USDC holds short dated US debt, including repos worth 29 billion according to Tagus Capital. So it's basically one of those things where it's like these stable coins are here to stay. We just went through it with Swiss Bank and them creating their CBDCs for their institutions and banks and stuff like that. So stable coins, I feel, in my opinion, are the future, but you be the judge, executioner, and jury. All right, moving on. So basically, this one is talking about Circle, which is the creator of USDC. And we already know the SEC doesn't play fair, okay? All right, they like to beat people up with the opponent's hands tied behind their back. So it's one of those things where it's like I get it, but I don't get it, because this is really chess. Like, a lot of people think that, like, I'm not saying that they're good at what they do, but it's one of those things where if the rest of the world is not ready, because a lot of people say America's behind. I really think that we know what we're doing, but we have to have the rest of these third world countries who aren't really like tech savvy get up to like date on things, because like there's a lot of unbanked people in the world, like billions. So it's one of those things where it's like we can take off, but we're leaving a lot of people behind. And when we leave those people behind, we're leaving a lot of capital and market behind. So it's one of those things where we have to slow down the ball for other people to catch up. It's kind of like our economy now. Like, so many people aren't accountable that we have to help other people be accountable. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I don't know. I can go all day about that. But basically, they wanted to start their IPO, an initial public offering, back then, but they got shut down by the SEC, and now I guess they're gonna start trying to do it again. But we'll see what happens. Like it says here, USDC is the second largest stablecoin by market cap and aims to maintain a 1-by-1 peg to the US dollar. So the biggest thing about like them, they're worried about if they're actually an investment company or in a company itself. So basically it says here investment company or an operating company. So like I'm not sure which is which, but one of these would be securities and the other one would be okay. And that's kind of what they were saying about Circle. But hopefully they're able to do it. And it's crazy because Ripple's coming out with their stablecoin. If you guys don't know, now you know. So it's like a lot of this regulation is starting to come up. There's a lot of backlash on Tether and what they're doing with their synthetic dollar backed by gold. So it's up in the air right now, but we'll see what happens. All right, moving on to some lighter news, okay? Enough with the craziness. Whew. But basically, this is Bruce Wayne's EV, all right? This is not the actual picture of it, but that's a beautiful EV, you know what I mean? If I could afford that, I would. But this thing costs 2.2 million euros. Yes, you heard right. 2.2 million euros for a EV car. I don't know. Like, the Tesla trucks are pretty nice. I'm gonna show you what this thing looks like right now. But basically, here are the stats on this vehicle, which is insane for an electric car. Like, whew, it's crazy. So basically, 1900 horsepower with a top speed of 250 miles per hour. I'm gonna say it now, I might hurt myself if I'm in one of these, because all that power, you know, great power comes great responsibility. And I don't know, I just like living a fast life, but it's not about me. Anyways, this is what this vehicle looks like. It's freaking gorgeous. It looks amazing, and it's crazy I'm barely hearing about this thing now, but like I said, some lighter news for you guys. But yeah, look at this thing, and it's all EV. That's the thing about it. Like, I know you guys seen some of the Tesla fires maybe online with the batteries blowing up and stuff like that, but I'll drop this video down below, or you guys can go watch it yourself. I'm not complaining of it, but it talks about the car and the vehicle. I think it's called Pininfarina or something like that. But yeah, it's an amazing looking car. But yeah, remember, you guys, if you guys enjoy the content, drop a crown down below, like the video, subscribe. And if you guys have any feedback, just let me know. Get at me. I'm a friendly person. Follow me on X. I'll follow you back. And let's help each other grow. Let's get this space growing, not just for ourselves, but for the generations after us. Because remember, knowledge is power. Your mind is your crown. If you're not taking care of your body, taking care of everything, essence about you, then you're going to have a shitty life. And the way things are going with the future, we all need to be aware of what's going on. You know, all of us have different attributes that can help one another. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We're a combined collective consciousness. We're not going to get, you're only as good as the service you are to others. You get me? With that said, I'm out. You guys have a gorgeous night, morning, or evening.